What's up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to die a glorious death. Join me while I tell you the unknown tale of Thor from Jotun Valhalla Edition. Now, Odin may want you to believe that you died an inglorious death at sea, but if I've learned anything from mythology, the gods are a manipulative and deceptive bunch of miscreants. Unfortunately for those who choose to worship them, they are typically regarded as no more than pawns in a cosmic match of chess. The two opposing forces present in this reality are gods, or Aesir, and the Jotunar. So allow me to explain the plot as it is presented to us from Thor's perspective, before I share Odin's dark plan. Thor's otherworldly adventure begins with the retelling of her death. Unfortunately, harsh storms damaged her ship, and she, along with her crew, were drowned at sea. Due to the fact that this apparent demise was seemingly a result of natural causes, she would never be ushered into Valhalla due to the circumstances of her inglorious death. For reasons unknown, that I'll be sure to cover later, Thor was given a second chance to impress the gods and prove herself worthy of entering Valhalla. She was then tasked with defeating 5 Jotunar, each of which held power over a certain elemental force. Thor proceeded to travel to each of the realms and slay the presiding Jotun. With each Jotunar slain, she progressed one step closer to the Hall of the Fallen. Eventually, after slaying Jera, Fe, Isa, Hagalas, and Kaunan, Thor gained an audience with Odin. Odin made mention that Thor had Thor's blood running through her veins and challenged her as the ultimate opponent. After Odin was satisfied, he granted Thor a passage to Valhalla, and all was well. Now that's the story Odin tells. But Odin, despite being worshipped by those in search of honor and glory, has little regard for such values. In fact, in his pursuit of power, Odin has committed many acts that require the use of other traits he possesses. Odin is a trickster and master manipulator. Even his gift of language was stolen, as he acquired it from the mead of poetry from the giants. Odin also has a mastery of the dark arts, such as necromancy, that allow him to not only communicate with the dead, but also resurrect them so that they may serve him in the afterlife. Surely you've noticed the empty, glowing socket that once held an eye? Well, Odin sacrificed his own eye for wisdom. The most interesting account that I researched revealed that Odin actually sacrificed himself by hanging on the world tree Yggdrasil for 9 days and 9 nights. After his rebirth, Odin had a newfound ability to perceive the runes. These arcane runes were essentially incredibly powerful Germanic letters that held the greatest secrets of existence. Sound familiar? In order to access each of the 5 Jotunar, Thor had to locate and obtain the power of the runes. But why does all this matter? Well, the simple truth is that it all revolves around Ragnarok, the prophesied apocalyptic event in which the cosmos and everything in it, including Odin the Allfather, all come to a cataclysmic end. In his quest to defy his inevitable death, Odin ordered Ran, the goddess of storms and drowned dead, to create a storm that would destroy Thor's ship and ultimately result in her death. An interesting fact to note is that Ran is married to the Jotun Aegir, who just happens to be the Lord of the Ocean. Note that Aegir is a Jotun who happens to be allied with the gods and has actually hosted a number of elaborate festivals for them on a number of occasions. It seems that Aegir's knowledge of his Jotunar kin was leveraged in Odin's favor. Odin would use the false prospect of rectifying an inglorious death at sea to deceive Thor into systematically slaying each of the 5 targeted Jotunar in an attempt to further strengthen his undead army and avoid his inevitable demise in the final battle of Ragnarok. In the end, a god who feared his own death over all else sacrificed a powerful and honorable woman by manipulating her beliefs to do his bidding. But sadly, this tale will never be spoken. Songs will never be sung in the mead halls about the selfish and treacherous god that so many honored in life and in death. Now I'll leave you with a question. Which story will you choose to tell? It's the Inhuman one, signing out.